Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl SimplyKay, back with another video. I am so excited. This video I have been trying to record for a very long time, and I finally got some time to sit down and do it. So this video is all gonna be about how I make the cash envelopes. Now I am not an expert, I'm still learning, but I have managed to make quite a few cash envelopes so far. So I'm just going to share with you what I do, how I've been doing it, and what's working for me. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notification button so you can get notified when I upload new videos, and let's get right into the video. So, to make cash envelopes, you are going to need a few supplies, okay? So, I actually have two laminators. I had originally purchased this Blue Smart from Amazon. The first one I ordered worked for a little bit. I turned it on, I did one sheet, it worked, and then it just stopped working. When I did first turn that one on, it did like overheat and there was smoke coming out of it, so I think it was a defective one. And I was a little iffy about repurchasing it, but I just did a even exchange. Like I returned that one back and they sent me this one. I have not had any issues with this laminator yet. I will do like a whole video on both of the laminators, show you about it, show you both of them and like the pros and cons of each. But for now, just for this video, I'm going to be using my Blue Smart because this is the one I use a little bit more. So it does have the paper cutter attached. What I don't like is like you can't lift it up. I don't like using this. So I actually have my own paper cutter. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's the brand The Paper Studio. It is a little bit dirty because obviously I've used this for a lot of things. But one of the things I did not know is that this side opens. Like I did not know that until a couple weeks ago. But anyway, I'm going to put this to the side. So you need a paper cutter. You can use the one if you have it on your laminator. But I just have my own just so I can be versatile with it. Then you'll need scrapbook paper. Now, you don't have to use like a 12 by 12. But I just think it's easier to do 12 by 12. Even though most of the paper goes to waste and you have like the scraps. I usually use those to make small cash envelopes. Then I have my labels. That is for after. So I'm going to show you. I have these sheets. I'll link them down below. It's hard keeping them clean. I actually store them in a bin, but somehow I always get some kind of something on there. But these are the laminating sheets. So they open one side like this. So I have two. I'm going to be showing you guys two different envelopes. So I noticed that when I first started making these cash envelopes, they would not come out the same sizes, and I didn't know what I was doing. So once I got the size that I knew I liked, I used a little like cardstock paper and I cut the size of the sheet that I need. So if I bend this is the size of the envelope that I need. So I don't know the exact measurements, but it is 7.5 by 6.5. And I know some people do it different, but mine are a little bit long. So it could be because I make them 7.5, but I don't mind. Like these are my books. I don't mind it coming out like a little bit. Like that's fine to me because when I open up my envelope, it looks perfectly fine to me. But I guess it depends what you have holding your cash envelopes. But 7.5 by 6.5 seems to work for me. If I want it down a little bit, I can just cut it. So I don't mind that it hangs out, but if you want it to fit perfectly, you can just measure it, probably just 7. But like I said, I don't mind that it hangs off a little bit. And I also know that I probably didn't hole punch it as even as I could have, because still learning to do that as well. So what I'm gonna do is get two. I'm gonna try to clear this off real quick so that there's room so I can show you guys. So I'm gonna put this laminator to the side. I'm actually gonna turn it on so it can start heating up. So there's a switch on the side, and I put it on hot. And I'm just gonna put that to the side and let it heat up. So if you guys haven't noticed, I love pink. You can get scrapbook paper anywhere, any of the craft stores. Let's see which one I want to use today. I want a cute one. I like this. I don't really care about it having that thing. That one's really cute. And I don't even like purple like that, you guys. That mint is cute. Put my hand on that one. Ooh, that's cute too. That's cute. I'm gonna do this mint one. Alright, so I'm gonna do these two. It's really easy, you guys, once you do it. I usually cut, like, I'm like really impatient, so that's probably my problem with like sizing and stuff, but I just don't, I try to do everything at the same time if I can. So I will size this up with my card, and this just makes it so much easier so I don't have to sit there and measure out every single piece. So I strongly recommend you making a little card once you get the right size for you. It just makes everything so much easier. So I love my paper cutter. I line it up, I cut it. I don't really have any preferences on which sides to hold the paper. Like, I guess it depends on the design. Like, this one has a design where I don't really care, but if it needs to be a certain way for you to see the design, you would just cut in that pattern. So I'm left with that. Like I said, this is very easy. It's a very tedious routine after you start doing it. So I have my 2 sheets of paper, and then what you want to do is make sure, this is the part, I have done this multiple times, make sure you're folding it on the right side. So the side that is 7, I always hold this darn thing the wrong way. The side that is 7.5 should be this way. So that I'm just gonna flip it like this, fold it up. And this is so much easier. Like, I just can't wait to get, like, for Christmas I literally asked for scrapbook paper. Why am I so nerdy? I don't know. But I literally asked for scrapbook paper and everything that, so I can do stuff for my budget. And then this is how it would be. And I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna steal a little dollar, whatever I have in here, to show you the sizing. Jeez, my envelopes are low. So this is a bill. So like I said, you see how you can make it a lot smaller? Like, you could probably make it just 7 and call it a day. But the sides will laminate. So I just want the money to have enough room in there. But it would just sit in there just like that. So you know it fits and you can fit a bunch in there. What I do want to actually try is, what's it called? Cardstock. Like, this is harder paper, but like thicker paper, because I think that would be a better cash envelope. So again, with this one, I love this design. Pick whichever way you want. You want to do the side that's 7, and then you just fold that up. Fold. Make sure it's even. Sometimes it comes out a little messed up. So then this is when you have these extra pieces. These ones I never really use, honestly, the long ones, but I do use these. So I don't think that I want it to be that big. So what I'm gonna do is just take a little bit off, because sometimes my my small ones are just a little, depending on the paper. I just don't want it to be that big. So I'm gonna cut that, and then I'll tell you guys this measurement is about a little bit almost 6.5 and 5.5. So it's like a little bit smaller. So then I'm gonna pull this one. And then I have to look and see how I because they usually come out more square. But I actually like this because it'll, like, depending on which wallet you're using, will depend on basically the sizing for you. But this one I feel as though you just want to make sure you can fit money in it. I would use it bent. So this can be cut a lot smaller. I do have some ones that I wanted to show you guys. So these are the ones that I just need to cut. I made these, so they are a little bit smaller, so I can still take off a little bit of this, and then we will get started on laminating. There we go. So this is like the proper sizing, because you want them to be like small enough. So it is 4.5 by almost 6.5. It's a little short of 6.5, but it'll fit the money in there just right. So now I will show you guys the laminating process, which is very simple. So what you're gonna do is, and I'm gonna tell you everything that I wish I knew when I started doing this, because I did make a lot of mistakes. So make sure the paper is clean, because whatever is laminated in there will come out on your envelope, or will be stuck in the laminating. It just doesn't help that my desk is could use a good wipe down. So you want to figure out which side is the opening. Sometimes it's hard. The paper likes to stick together. So me personally, when I first started, I was like, how the heck do they know which way to cut, where the opening is? I suggest that you, whatever side is open, you put all the way at the top. Or just remember where you put the opening and put all the envelopes that you put in here the same way. That way there's no like, this one's this way, that one's this way. No, put all the openings facing the same way. So I like to space it out, at least since I'm only doing 2 in here, I'll space it out like a good amount. But usually I try to squeeze 3. But I notice sometimes the laminator does like off shift the paper. So lately I've just been making 2 envelopes at once. So I try to stick that thing as much as to the top as I can. And then you just have to pay attention to if it moves, since you really don't need that much extra space in between. I kind of like them to line up, but they don't have to. So then I'm gonna take my laminator, working with a small space. It's already heated up and ready, and I will leave this laminator down below. It was $30-something, very affordable. There were so many, I watched so many videos on it, but I really do enjoy this one. So basically you just feed it into the laminator, make sure that it's straight because it can get jammed, caught up, and it will start laminating. And you just want to make sure, like if you have 3 in there, make sure they don't move. I like to hold it, but sometimes that paper can just lean to one side. Like you don't mean for it to, but it definitely does move, and I can see how sometimes people get jams. So if I had more room, I'd be able to do these ones, these little ones. And most of the time the first pass through actually does it, but sometimes I just like to reinforce it and do just one more, because sometimes if you watch some of my videos, sometimes the little sides open just a little bit. So most times I think it's safe to just run it through 2 times. I have the small ones ready already. Now they do have laminating sizes that are smaller. I have those somewhere, but I use most of them. Like this one is a small laminating sheet. So they do have small ones so that you're not wasting a whole sheet. but these are some of the ones that I've been working on. So this one will probably be my Christmas one for 2021. And I have all these, and I did make envelopes to match. I just still need to laminate those. This is the hole puncher that I have. You can set it to whatever settings you need. Oh, wrong way. You can set it to any settings you need. So they have A5, A6, a pocket or mini, and then the same thing. So you just set each side. You just drag it over like such. Yeah, you just drag it over. Mine is a mine's an A5. And I did the mistake of punching it as an A6 and was wondering why they weren't fitting in my envelope binder. So I'm gonna do this one more time. This is the part you want to be careful cutting. So I put it on my, as long as they're lined up, I will cut them together. But like I said, sometimes they shift, but these ones seem to be pretty much okay. So I think it's easier to do it with a paper cutter, but some people like to do scissors just because they want to be more careful. Like I said, I'm a little impatient, so I like to do what is quick. And I just be careful. And if I feel like I can go like a little bit closer, I'll do so, but I'll do so with scissors. But I think that that's a decent amount to leave. So now you want to remember which way you were holding it because it'll show what's open. I know that this is the top because obviously I didn't put anything else at the bottom. So my openings are right here and the openings right here. This, you don't really care about where you're cutting. I cut right where the scrap of paper will start. So I line it up so that I am opening it up. And I like to do a double pass. That way I know envelope will open. Then I will cut this part, leaving a decent amount of space. I'm not left-handed either, so if you see me like moving weird, it's because I'm not left-handed. I'm using this paper cutter as if I'm left-handed. There we go. And you want to make sure it opens. And it does. I'm telling you guys, this one is cute. This would be cute with like a little, like a like some silver glitter ones. Ooh, don't get me started. And then I will use this envelope. Like I would be imagining that I'm gonna keep these envelopes together. I'm obviously probably not because I don't think that these envelopes will even be for me. But I will cut them so that they are the same length for hole punching purposes. So now they line up exactly the same. Boom, you have your cash envelopes. These are sturdy. I like the ones, like my new ones have designs inside, so I like the scrap of paper that has the dual design all throughout, or an opposite side of design, because then the inside it's not just white, but most scrap of paper is just white on the other side. So then that's basically it. We're just going to do the same thing to get these little small envelopes cut. And yeah, so I hope you guys, that helped. For those, I had a request to make this video, and I think it's a good video anyway, because when I first started I was like, I don't know how to make them envelopes, but I knew I didn't really want to buy any either. but most people actually sell them for good prices on Etsy, so don't hesitate to go check out Etsy, because there are some cute ones out there and I'm just like, girl, you don't need it. I think there is good. Boom. And there you have it. They are both the same size. And that's all it is. Like, I feel like the sizing is just the issue. So there you go. Boom. You can have it on this side, you can have it on that side, whatever side you want it on. I would do this side, but that's just me. That's one. And then you have your second pair. And it's just so cute. And then what you would do is, I am actually really interested in getting a label maker. Just for like other things too, for my planner wise. But those are the two envelopes. That is how you make cash envelopes. I hope that that helped. If you still have any questions, let me know. I am not gonna hole punch these, but I did show you the hole puncher that I use. You can purchase a hole puncher. This one is Wrap Esco. I got this from Amazon. I will link it down below. It was fairly on the cheaper side as well, and it does the job. But yeah, so that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, any suggestions, leave them down below. And I just hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for my journey. Thank you for subscribing and supporting those who have. I really appreciate you all. Be on the lookout for a giveaway as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.